he even just at his age was already thinking that he did want to be good in business. He did want to do property development.
He wanted to be a barber.
He wanted his own apartment, lots of money, a very fast car, and he was going to have children.
He wanted lots of children.
Yeah, lots of children. He would have had lots of dogs, I think, as well, or pets, because he just loved pets.
Yeah, was playing with the idea of getting him a dog, because dogs are very good for autistic children. So that was going to be my next move after Christmas, but no need now.
And his sister was up there as well, and they both came screaming down the stairs. And you ran out without your shoes on over to the field. And I remember when I got there, Stuart just fell to his knees, and he just was screaming, my boy, no. And he screamed that. And I looked over, and Ollie was just completely lifeless.
The emergency services performed an operation on him. Zoe had tried CPR for about half an hour on him, but it's because I wanted to be near him, so I knelt. Everyone was keeping me away from him, but I knelt down and I held his hand, and there was no response, and he was cold and he was lifeless. But it's the thing that sticks in my mind is when I went up to the field and then everybody turned around and just the looks on their faces, the horror was just written all over their faces, because they'd seen him grow up. Oh, devastating is not a strong enough word, really.
We're broken.
He was, I said it before, he was a quarter of the family, but he was 80% of the entertainment and the fun and the life. And he was, and now the house is empty and now the house is quiet. And you now realise how big an impact he had on our family. And, it's...
you've got to keep going, and you do keep going, but the joy's gone. It's shocking.
Yeah, it horrifies.
It's horrifying.
That a child can be that detached from reality and not understand the consequences of what they're doing. And for them to be so young, and the way it was planned, the speed of the attack.
It was so cold. Yeah,
it was cold. It was absolutely cold. There was no thought for anybody else in this. There was no thought for Ollie's life. There was no thought for the repercussions of what was going to happen. Of the consequences they were going to pay. Just didn't seem to register with them. It's very difficult to understand. We still don't understand. We're still in disbelief, really. And I think social media's got a lot to answer for. It played a massive part in Ollie's death. There are questions there to be answered at a later date, but it's been around for a long time. You go back.
It's getting worse, though, isn't it?
Yeah, Dan Malone, Taylor, Stephen Lawrence, Ben Kinsella. I mean, how many? There were about 3 or 4 children killed the same week as Ollie.
Around the UK.
Little Robert Bunces, from where I was born. I don't know what it is with this mentality of, they seem to think that they use a knife, they're going to either not get hurt or not die, but the reality of it is, if you use a knife, one small incision can kill you because of wherever it is. And I used to walk, Ollie was growing up, he's getting a big kid, and he would stand up for the defenceless, and I'd say to him, don't get into a fight. If you get into a fight, walk away, run away, so we can deal with it later, because you can punch someone and kill them. One punch can kill someone. And I don't know, this whole gangster mentality is...
It's seeping in, isn't it?
Yeah, it's almost like
a
game. It feels to us like they believe this is a video game. He had such a big heart. He was very generous, very loving, very caring. And he was always coaching other kids with their problems. So I would rather... they just remembered him for who he was, and how he was, and how he looked after other people. Or he would always stand up for the defenceless, the underdog. To a fault, really. It cost him his life. So.
Until we saw the evidence, we had no idea that was how Ollie was being treated by people. And It is shocking. It is shocking. You wouldn't know. You would just think, oh, he's in his room playing on his Xbox, or he's on his phone.
No,
what
he's
is he
being abused.
actually seeing? Yeah, what is he actually seeing on his phone, and what effect is that having on him?